Gratitude under fire. A misplaced expectation? Well, folks, it seems America's favorite pastime of demanding gratitude has reached a new low. In a world where political gestures often speak louder than actions, the expectation of gratitude has become a bizarre spectacle. This time, the recipient of our so-called generosity is none other than Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. A man who, despite the chaos surrounding him, has managed to stand tall and lead his nation with resilience. You know, the guy leading a country currently being pummeled by Russia, the one facing daily missile strikes, and the constant threat of invasion. Apparently some in the US government, namely the current president and Vice President Vance, felt Zelensky wasn't displaying the appropriate level of appreciation for American aid. They seem to think that amidst the rubble and ruin, a thank you note should be his top priority. Now, I'm no expert in international diplomacy, but shouldn't not being invaded by a hostile superpower be considered a pretty decent thank you card? After all, isn't survival the ultimate form of gratitude? It seems our leaders are struggling to grasp the concept that fighting for your country's survival might take precedence over penning heartfelt thank you notes. The reality of war doesn't leave much room for formalities. But hey, at least we're sending thoughts and prayers, right? Those always seem to be in ample supply, even if practical support sometimes falls short. Oh wait, are those subject to import tariffs now? In a world where even compassion can be taxed, it's no wonder gratitude feels like a misplaced expectation. Zelensky leaves White House without signing minerals deal after Oval Office blow-up. The Emperor's new suit, or lack thereof. Adding insult to literal injury, sources suggest Zelensky's choice of attire, or lack thereof, might have been a contributing factor to this diplomatic debacle. You see, the man leading a nation at war had the audacity to show up in his signature black long-sleeved shirt. The horror. How dare he prioritize practicality and, actually governing over sartorial elegance. It's almost as if he has more pressing matters to attend to, like, the existential threat facing his nation. 3. American amnesia, a case of selective memory. This whole debacle reeks of a severe case of selective amnesia plaguing certain corners of the US government. It's almost as if the pages of history have been selectively torn out, leaving behind a narrative that suits current agendas. It's as if they've conveniently forgotten the whole allies helping each other during times of crisis thing. Remember World War II? That monumental conflict where nations stood shoulder to shoulder against tyranny? Yeah, that little skirmish where America received a tad bit of assistance from its allies? The kind of assistance that was crucial in turning the tide of the war? I don't recall Winston Churchill sending monthly invoices for tea and biscuits to the White House. The cooperation was based on mutual respect and shared goals, not on transactional exchanges. But hey, maybe that's just me. Maybe my memory is playing tricks on me. Or perhaps the history books I read were different. Perhaps gratitude was measured differently back then. Maybe it was about honor, duty, and the recognition of shared sacrifices. Or maybe, just maybe, it's time for a history lesson, or at the very least a quick Google search on Allied cooperation during World War II. Understanding our past is crucial to making sense of our present and shaping a better future. 4. The high cost of dignity. Zelensky's dilemma. So, where does this leave Zelensky? The Ukrainian president finds himself in an incredibly precarious position, navigating a complex web of international politics and domestic expectations. Well, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, trying to balance the demands of his people with the pressures from global powers, or more accurately, between a demanding superpower and, an actual hard place. The devastation in his homeland is a constant reminder of the stakes involved. Does he swallow his pride and offer a groveling apology for the crime of, having his country invaded? The very thought is both humiliating and infuriating. Or does he stand his ground and risk jeopardizing vital aid? It's a lose-lose situation where every decision carries significant consequences, and frankly, it's a choice no leader should have to make. The weight of the world seems to rest on his shoulders. But then again, when has common sense ever been a prerequisite for international relations? The complexities of global diplomacy often defy logic and reason. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Give the video a thumbs up to support our channel.